critiqued for so long that they just know what could be achievable, what could be normal for them. And so we always want to hear the story of the patient. We always want to see the clinical presentation. Again, they're the most experts in how they feel and how their day-to-day goes. But then we are the clinical experts in regards to how the presentation of the condition is. But then there's the labs, so that component is another thing we take into account. So together, all these things, point us in one direction. I personally dealt with thyroid issues, and I have an autoimmune thyroid condition, which potentially initially got set off by getting exposed to mold. At the time, years ago, one of my apartments that I was living at, my neighbor had a leak, and it was so slow, it took about a year for us to identify that there was actually a leak in the kitchen, coming down from their dishwasher, slowly dripping and causing black mold growing. And that was one hit to my immune system, if you will. And then later on, as I got that treated, I was dealing with leaky gut, which is a condition that again predisposes you to developing autoimmune conditions. And that's when your junctions or tight junctions of the gut, the lining of the gut, is one line thin, and it's all these cells that sit right next to each other to try to protect what's on the lumen side of the stool and then what's on the blood side. And if this barrier is disrupted, then you can have things pass through that are not supposed to be passing through. If there's indigested food, toxins, heavy metals, certain things that are, microbes, things that should not be passing through, and then the immune system internally gets exposed to it and then attacks them. And so if this happens for an extended amount of time, which in my case was happening for a long time, the immune system starts to react to potential alternative things in the body that mimic what these foreign objects were looking like. So hence the autoimmune reaction, which is not appropriate, but the body is, mistakenly, attacking its own tissue, thinking it's a foreign or foe. And there are certain antibodies that can be measured and can be assessed and treated and optimized with addressing the root cause, obviously, if that is, in my case, mold exposure, if that is leaky gut, or for someone else, exposure to heavy metal, emotional stress or trauma. Those and many other things can contribute to the onset of some sort of autoimmune conditions.